Namaste Gurukulians, how are you all? I hope that you all are fit and fine and doing well at home. Today in this video we will start the next exercise of chapter 6, that is exercise 6.2. We have seen all the concepts related to that exercise in the previous video. We will utilize those concepts and those things to solve the questions of this exercise. Now see what is first question of exercise 6.2. Exercise 6.2. Question number 1. Figure is given. So I am just drawing the figure. In this figure we have lines A and B, C and D intersected by a transversal. Okay. So find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. So what we have to, this angle is given 50 degree, this angle is given x, this angle is given y, and this angle is given 130 degree. Okay. These, what is given as per the figure. So figure is given. I am just writing in given, I am just writing the figure. Okay. So from this figure we have to prove, to find or to find and prove we have to find the value of x, the value of y, and we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay. Now see the solution. This is solution cum proof. Look here. These lines are not given parallel. We have to prove them to be parallel. Okay. So we will focus on these two. If we add, so they are forming a linear pair. Answer is yes. So angle x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree linear pair. Therefore angle x is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree. So angle x is equal to 130 degree. Give it equation number 1. Now look at these two angles. Now y is equal to angle y is equal to 130 degree. Vertically opposite angles. Give it equation number 2. Okay. Now from equation 1 and 2, angle x is 130 degree, angle y is also 130 degree. So from equation 1 and 2, angle x is equal to angle y. Now angle x is equal to angle y, but these are alternate interior angles for these lines. But these are alternate interior angles for AB and CD. These are alternate interior angles for AB and CD. And what we have studied, if alternate interior angles are equal, then lines are parallel. Therefore, AB is parallel to CD. Hence proved. Okay. You can also write the points on your own here, and then you can write the name of the angles and then you can prove. So I have just written as per the figure. We can solve it like this. Okay. Now coming on to next question. In every question, what you have to do, you have to draw the figure, you have to write given, you have to write to find or to prove, and then you have to write solution or proof. Okay? In every question, you have to do it in this way. In some of the question, I will solve them in shortcut, but you will do them with the proper method in your notebook. Okay? So see question number 2. Again, figure is given and ratio of two angles is given. Look at the figure for question number 2. We have 3 lines this time. A, B, C, D, E and F, and we have a transversal intersecting these 3 lines, and some of the angles, this angle is X, this angle is Y, and this angle is Z. So given as per the figure, okay, whatever is given in the figure. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. It means all 3 are parallel. Then we have Y is to Z is equal to 3 is to 7. This ratio is also given, and we have to find the value of X. Okay. Now see, all the lines are parallel and Y is to Z is given 3 is to 7. See the solution. Y is to Z is equal to 3 is to 7. This is given. Therefore, let Y is equal to 3A and Z is equal to 7A. Okay, we will not take X. Why? Because X is already used here. So we can take any other variable. So let Y is equal to 3A and Z is equal to 7A. Okay. Now look here. If I take any of the, I can take angle here or I can take angle here, anywhere. So I am taking the angle here, angle 1. Now angle 1 is equal to Y because these are vertically opposite angles. Now, and angle 1 plus Z. What is angle 1 plus Z? It should be supplementary because these lines are parallel and these are co-interior angles, and the co-interior angles are always supplementary. So 1 plus Z will be 180 degree. Now angle 1 is equal to angle Y, which is equal to 3A. Reason, vertically opposite angles. Now angle 1 plus angle Z, 1 plus Z is equal to 180 degree. Reason is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. But angle 1 we have 3A and angle Z we have 7A. So 3A plus 7A is equal to 180 degree. We can say 10A is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, A is equal to, this 10 will go that side, it will cut 1 0. So it will be 18 degree. So value of A is 18 degree. Okay. Now, if A is 18, what is the value of Z then? Therefore, The question may be like this, that find x, y, z. So all three we can find. So I am just finding all three. Therefore y will be equal to 3a, which is equal to 3 into 18, which is equal to 54 degree. Z is equal to 7a, which is equal to 7 into 18 degree. So it is equal to 26 degree. Now see, forget this and look here. X and Z, these are alternate interior angles. X and Z are alternate interior angles. So X is equal to Z. Now angle X is equal to angle Z. Why? Because these are alternate interior angles. Therefore angle X is equal to 126 degree. Because Z is 126, so it will also be 126 degree. This will be our final answer. So this way we can find the value of X. Now moving on to next question, number 3. See what is question number 3. Again figure is given, so you will draw the figure in your notebook. Draw the figures properly with the appropriate size. It should not be very small and it should not be very large. See question number 3. Now this is the figure. The two lines are given this way. We have A, B, C and D, and here this point is E and this point is F, and this is given perpendicular. Okay, one more point we have here, this is point G. Look, AB is parallel to CD. What is given? Given AB is parallel to CD. Then EF is perpendicular on CD. EF is perpendicular on CD. See, if EF is perpendicular on CD and CD is parallel to AB, so this will also be perpendicular on AB. Okay, so this angle will also be 90. If a line is perpendicular to another line and we have some more lines which are parallel to the second line, so the first line will be perpendicular on all the lines. Okay, if EF is perpendicular on CD and we draw many lines parallel to CD, so EF will be perpendicular on all those lines. Okay, so further we are going. What we have to find? One more angle is given. Angle GED. 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 This complete angle is given 126 degree. It is equal to 126 degree. What we have to find? To find three angles we have to find. Angle AGE, AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE, angle FGE. Now look, AGE, this angle we have to find. Then GEF, GEF, this much we have to find. And FGE, FGE, this angle we have to find. Okay, now look at the solution. Look at the solution for this. Angle AGE will be equal to angle GED. Why? Because this angle and this complete angle, these are alternate interior angles. So angle AGE is equal to angle GED. GED region will be alternate interior angles. Okay, and angle GED is given. Angle GED is 126. Therefore angle AGE will be equal to 126 degree. This is our first answer. Now look here. These two angles are forming a linear pair. Now angle FGE plus angle AGE must be equal to 180 degree. They are forming linear pair. Okay. So FGE we have to find, AGE we have just found here. It is 126. So angle FGE plus 126 degree is equal to 180 degree. So angle FGE is equal to, this angle will be equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree. So angle FGE is equal to 54 degree. This will be the second answer. Now we have to find this much. If I take this complete angle GED, now angle GED is equal to what? It is sum of two angles, this one and this one. It is sum of FED plus FEG, this one GEF or FEG. So I can write this angle to be equal to angle GEF plus angle FED, and it is equal to 126 degree. It is already given here. But angle FED, look here, FED, this is 90 degree. 90 degree. Why? Because EF is perpendicular on CD. It is given. So this angle will be 90 degree. So we'll put this value here. Therefore, angle GEF plus 90 degree must be equal to 126 degree. So angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree. That is angle GEF is equal to 36 degree. So this is third answer. So we have found AGE, GEF and FGE. These are the answers for that. Now moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 is very important question. This type of question always comes in a final exam. So every year we have seen that this type of question is being asked. If not exactly, then similar questions can be asked. So let us see what is question number 4. Fourth one. Again figure is given. So let us see the figure first. This type of figure is given. This point is P, then this point is Q, this point is R, this point is S, and this point is T. So this angle is given 110 degree, this angle is given 130 degree. Okay. Now what is given? Given angle PQ is parallel to ST. First thing, PQ is parallel to ST. Then angle PQR is 110 degree. Then angle RST is given 130 degree. We have to find angle QRS. This one we have to find QRS, this angle. For that we will make a construction, as hint is also given in your book, that draw a line parallel to ST through R. So we can draw a line parallel to ST, which is already parallel to PQ, through R. One more way we can extend this line also. Okay, there are again 3-4 methods to solve this question. So one of them I am discussing here. Let us see a construction. Construction is that we will draw a line which is parallel to these two lines which are already parallel. Okay, so we are drawing, let it be AB. Draw AB parallel to PQ, which is already parallel to ST through R. Okay, from this point we have drawn this line. Now see the solution. Now I am naming these angles. This angle is 1, let it be, and this angle is 2. Okay. This angle 1 and 110, their sum must be 180 degree. They are supplementary because these are co-interior angles. Then we can have this angle is equal to this complete angle is equal to this angle, and then we can find the value of this angle too. Okay. One more way is there. We can find this. We can take this angle to be angle 3. We can find this angle, it will come 70 degree. This angle, it will come 50 degree, and then we can use linear sum property. Okay. Again 2-3 methods are there. So I am discussing only one out of them. So I am taking this angle to be angle 1. Okay. Now see, angle 1 plus angle PQR must be equal to 180 degree. Reason is co-interior angles. Okay, these are co-interior angles. So angle 1 plus PQR is given 110 degree, must be equal to 180 degree. So angle 1 is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So angle 1 is equal to 70 degree. Give it equation number 1. Now, if I take this complete angle ARS and this complete angle RST, so this angle is alternate interior of this. Forget these. Only this will be transversal. This angle is equal to this angle, alternate interior angles. Now, angle ARS is equal to angle RST. RST. Reason is alternate interior angles. Okay. Now look at ARS. This is equal to angle 1 plus angle QRS. This angle further is equal to angle 1 plus angle QRS, which is equal to angle RST. RST is already given, which is 130 degree. So QRS we have to find. Now angle 1 is 70 degree here. So 70 degree plus angle QRS is equal to 130 degree. So angle QRS is equal to 130 degree minus 70 degree. So angle QRS is equal to 60 degree. This will be the final answer. So this way we can find the value of this angle. So in this video we will do up to question number 4 only. Remaining questions will be discussed in the coming videos. Till then, take care, thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.